What we expose ourselves to as men ultimately leads to the quality of life we are going to have, either it be positively or negatively. So, exposure contributes to a lot of mental health illness issues in regards to men. So, men need to be wary and be careful of the things that they expose themselves to. And there's certain aspects that might help men not to expose themselves to a lot of things, but I wrote down a few vital things that kind of contribute to men making bad choices in their lives. Number one, it is very, very dangerous for a man who is growing and channeling his life to where he wants to take it, for him not to have a mentor. Someone that is above him, that is doing better than him, to educate him on aspects of life, business, career, whatever the case may be. It cannot be that in your circle, you are the only one who is sitting above the hierarchy. Because chances are you are going to be surrounded by a lot of yes men. They are not going to call you out. So it is important for you to have a mentor in your life. That mentor can be somebody that is even of a different industry than you, but somebody that has good family values, somebody that is responsible, somebody that is probably married and is a good husband and they've got family values. That person needs to be your mentor so that they can call you out. Because a lot of men, when they have money in their hands, they tend to be egomaniacs. And you forget that whenever you have worked hard for your life, and if you're not conscious of yourself, you will forget that you've got something to lose. And some of you, the thing that you have to lose is not the money that you have. Sometimes it's the woman that you have in your life. You forget that you have a wife, or you forget that you have a partner that's been sitting in your corner. But because you get validation from the streets or society in general, now your ego becomes overinflated. So a mentor is key to help you structure your life the way it's supposed to be, positively so. So what you expose yourself to, especially with everybody that surrounds you, and you don't have people that are living a better lifestyle than you, not because of how much they can spend. No, we talk about quality of life here. And quality of life usually does not contain the amount of money somebody has to spend. So it is important for men to understand that you need to be exposed to positive mentors and stop taking the counsel of people who are beneath you, in a sense that they are vibrating lower. They only want to advise you or channel you to bad things. No. You can have a mentor that's not making more money than you, as long as that person has good values, morals, and principles. Number two, you see, the most dangerous thing, particularly about men, it is the role models that we choose for ourselves. We need to be very careful of the role models that we expose ourselves to. We idolize people based on the cars that they drive, the money that they have, and we are never really concerned about the character of the human being and how they operate. And this happens throughout a lot of places in the world, that you see young boys trying to emulate a specific lifestyle of a specific guy, and that usually leads to a lot of problems in their lives. So young men or men in general need to have or expose themselves to better role models, not role models that only initiate a behavior of alcoholism, women, and narcotics. Nah, we need to have better role models. So exposure is key in the selection of role models. Number three, it is very dangerous for a man to lack spiritual awareness. And if you're not pre exposed to having a relationship with God or having a relationship with yourself and being aware of yourself, meaning that you are conscious of the things that you believe in, the things that you consume, the information that you listen to, and you understand whatever you consume and you bring into your mind influences your spirit and influences your behavior. So men need to be aware of the things that they expose themselves to, especially in regards to spiritual awareness, because your environment will influence you spiritually. The people that you surround yourself with will influence you spiritually. Now, the information and the knowledge that you're consuming, you must be careful of what you're consuming, because it stays in your subconscious and then registers in your spirit. Number 4, a lot of men need to understand that hanging around people who don't pray or people who don't mention God in their every existence is very problematic. They will lead you astray. Because people who pray for their life and they pray for their friends will not lead their friends astray. They will hold one another accountable. So it's really, really key and important for men to understand that exposing yourselves to friends that don't pray or have a relationship with God is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And you must ask God for the discernment to expose you to good friends and friends that are wishing you good things. Because sometimes certain friends are low-key competing with you. Number 5, exposing yourself to low intelligence and low vibrational people. And understand me, education does not mean intelligence. Doesn't mean that. There are a lot of idiots that have degrees, can't reason, can't comprehend issues. Education makes you competent to specific things or a specific field of study. Intelligence is innate. It is developed from self-testing, experimentation, and life experience at times. So you hanging around people with a low intelligence, you guys will make bad decisions. Because people who are of a high intelligence always analyze things. They don't just do things without meaning or purpose. They are critical of everything that they do. So it is important to hang around people who of a high frequency and of a high intelligence, reasoning capacity or behavior. Another important thing that a lot of men need to understand about exposure is that you need to have environmental awareness. The environments that you expose yourself to, you need to be aware of. The places that you go to, the people that you hang around with in those places, are they good for you? Are these the type of people that will take you to where you need to take yourself? Because they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. So you need to understand that the environments that you go to, the places that you expose yourself to, contributes to who you are and your behavior. So environmental awareness is key. Another thing of exposure that men need to understand is situational awareness. You need to be aware of the circumstances and situations that you put yourself into. You need to be careful of the places you get invited to, the narration of the places that you need to go to. You can't be hanging around in places that will either put your life in danger, hence situational awareness is key, or have people that make you do reckless things or have reckless behavior. Things like drinking and driving, overly drinking, those types of things. You need to have situational awareness. Do not put yourself in places that will put your life in jeopardy. Do not hang around people that like starting fights, people that are always having drama in their lives, people that are always having gossip around them, people that are not doing proactive, positive things in their lives. Situational awareness is key in that regard. As a man, you need to understand and be aware of the situations that you're in every single time. The last one, you need to pick your battles carefully, guys. And this last part is key. Be careful of the discussions you have. There are conversations that you are not supposed to react to. There are conversations that you are not supposed to expose yourself into. No matter what you do, do not expose yourself to certain things and certain conversations. There are certain people you are not meant to talk to, because those people are going to have fights with you. You're going to fight battles that you're not supposed to be fighting. You're going to have arguments that you're not supposed to have. Choose your battles wisely. Speak to people that understand your language, and you will formulate consensus, whether you agree or disagree. Other people will get into arguments to start some nonsense with you. So it's important for you guys to understand that last part. I hope this video is helpful.